Hey friends, this is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I'm so excited that you're here with me today. We are going to make a really fun card and project, but first I have to show you a couple of things. I got this in the mail from my very sweet friend Tracy, who lives in Australia, and I just am always blown away that she sends me stuff all the way from Australia because it is so expensive to ship. But she sent me this absolutely beautiful card, so I wanted to show you that. And then she sent me this gift with these. Look how cool this is. This is really a cool thing. So it's like a, well, of course there's this like outside journal situation happening, right? That's super cute. But then the inside is, it's called Project Friend Hobby Note. And it gives you like, I don't know, it's like super cool, like your project name, notes maybe, start to finish, materials you're going to use, your budget, your task list, for and due date, a timeline, build, plan, and launch. And then I don't really even understand what this is for. I think I'm going to try to look up these people on YouTube to see if I can learn more about how to use this. And then there's this one that says Fast Brain Friend Daily Productivity Planner. And it says, it's just got like, look at this, like there's meal planning, new week preparation, daily habits I'm working on, grocery list. I just love this. It's so cool. And then look at this. See, I haven't even looked all the way through this. So then there is today's priority, and then you can like mark it off as you go. And then there's like checklist, to-do list. I'm a huge to-do list person. These are just really, really cool. So anyway, I just thought I would show this to you. She sent me this extra one as well. And then these really cool markers. Look at these markers. They're highlighters, I think. So there's a chisel tip and then there's a bullet tip. And they are like rectangle. They're so cool. So anyway, thank you, Tracy. I love this. I love this. It's so cool. And then I have to show you a couple other things. Okay, I got this in the mail over the last weekend as a surprise. I'm telling you, I was floored. So this is from Altenew, and it is a thank you for being a valued customer. It's their 10th anniversary, and it has my name. I can stamp my name. I just love it. So there's this gorgeous like floral, and then it says crafted with love by, and then I can add my name, Wendy Cranford. I'm telling you, I was blown away. I did not order this. I did not expect this. It's just a free gift for being a loyal customer to them. And I am super excited about this stamp set. And then there's a coupon code on this. I'm not going to share because I don't know if I'm supposed to, but to like get $10 off an order, I don't know, such a cool gift. Sorry, my phone keeps dinging. Okay, and then I have an order from Honeybee that I wanted to show you. So I got the Mini Messages birthday set because it seems like birthday cards are my top card that I make of all other cards is birthday cards. But if you look closely, this one has like a thinking of you, a cheers to you, hip hip hooray, enjoy your day, best day ever. So I felt like it wasn't just birthday, like I could get more use out of this. And then it also has a Spanish Feliz Cumpleaños, which I am really excited about because I have some friends who are Hispanic and I'll be able to stamp that on their cards, and I think they'll be really excited. Then I got the Lovely Layers Hummingbird. So this is Honey Cuts Lovely Layers Hummingbird, which I love hummingbirds. They remind me of my grandma. And then I got this Happy Birthday die. So this is a fun, it's called Big Birthday. And this is from their newest release, by the way. And I got both of these pearl stickers and gem stickers. Super pretty. So one's called Celebration and one's called Let's Party. I'm kind of obsessed with their gems and pearls and stuff. I just love them. Then this was my free gift. I did not purchase this, but this is birthday tag freebie. So this was a free gift because I ordered $100 or more, and so I got this as a free gift, and it's a birthday tag, and it's so cute. So I'm thinking all these balloons here layer inside of this, and I just can see making some really cute stuff with this. So that's a nice freebie. This came with these. So I got 2 paper packs. I love, love, love the colors. This one's Let's Party, and this one's Textiles and Texture Celebrate. So let's open those together. And then look at this, super cute. So I got this layering die set too. This is the Cupcakes Lovely Layers. And so it's like milkshake, cupcake, ice cream cone. So cute. Okay, so let me open this one. I really like the size of this or this paper packs. They are 6 by 8.5. So they could be fun for scrapbooking or card making, like whatever you want to use them for. But aren't these fun? And I am getting ready, you guys, to start my scrapbooking journey. So I know that's something I've been talking about a little bit. And you all, I mean, every person that commented was like, I am here for the scrapbooking journey. So I am super excited to do that with you. So we are going to start that soon. I ordered all my photos. I have ordered a couple different paper packs and different things. I ordered my album, my 12 by 12 album, and I ordered like my page inserts and stuff like that and different things. So I'm collecting all the goodies so that I can start scrapbooking again. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so I wanted to show you this stuff and the gift from Tracy and the beautiful gift from Altenew. And now we are going to make a card together. Okay, so for this card, I'm going to use my mini Misti. And this piece of cardstock is cut at 3 3/4. No, I'm lying. Yeah, 3.5 by 4 3/4. That's it. I'm going to use this little floral image from this new stamp set that Altenew sent me. Again, this is not a stamp set you can purchase. It was a gift for their 10-year anniversary and being a customer. So I've been asked several times where somebody could buy one because I posted it on my Facebook and you can't buy it. And then we have our hummingbird dies that we are also going to use. And right here, I'm going to take out the main die and just kind of arrange it so the whole idea is that the hummingbird will be like eating out of the flower. And you can see here, I'm starting with this red piece of paper from Honeybee Stamps, and I don't end up using it. This card takes on a lot of different changes, and I'm keeping them in so you can see. Just because I think it's important for you to see that I don't care how long you've been making cards. I've been making cards for well over a decade. Things sometimes just don't pan out the way you expect them to in your head. So here I'm using Hero Arts Intensified Black ink, inking up this little floral swag / bouquet / image. I don't know what you want to call it. It's beautiful. I don't know who illustrated this, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And so I'm inking it up a few times, getting that stamp down because we are going to Copic color this and we're going to do some ink blending. So, when I saw this floral, I thought, oh my gosh, that hummingbird would be so stinking pretty, like it was drinking or eating out of the nectar out of the flower. Because that one flower is just kind of like open in the center. And I thought that would be perfect. So I stamped that down. And then the next step is going to be, okay, so here we go. This is where things go awry. So I think to myself, well, I'm going to fussy cut this floral image and then I'm going to ink blend the background. Nope, that's not what we did. So you're seeing me stamp this here on a piece of masking paper and then you're going to see that I never use it. Again, leaving it in because I want you to see all the different things that sometimes I do when making a card that end up not ever coming to fruition. So in my head, I decide, you know what, Wendy, fussy cutting this is going to be a real pain in the hooter because it's got a bunch of like little hole areas in between the flowers that I would have to get in there with one of my blade knives, and I just wasn't in the mood, and I knew I'd probably cut myself, and I'm just not very good with those. So I thought, it ain't happening. So I grabbed my Altenew mat for ink blending. This is the low tack sticky mat from Altenew, and I grabbed spun sugar and I ink blended the background. Now, I did this, and then I thought, I don't really like this ink blending. So I switched and went back to coloring because it was like my brain needed time to process what to do about my background. I could have just restamped this before I started coloring. But at this point, I was kind of committed, and I was like, well, maybe it will work with this color. So here I'm using R59, R29, R35, and R32. This is my go-to red color combination. It's my favorite. And then I'm using G09, G05, YG06, and YG03. Same for our bird. Now, I cut him out in white, and then I stacked him all up how he was going to be. And then I took my Copic markers and I just made one little mark on each piece so that I would know which piece I was coloring. Okay. Like what color, you know what I'm saying? So then I colored each piece and I assembled it. You can see here I'm using my Misti graph paper because I'm all over the place with these inks, and I knew it would be a mess, and I didn't want to get it on my crafting spot. So here's my solution. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back in with Villainous Potion and ink blend over the top. How did I come up with using Villainous Potion? I'm going to tell you how. Red, green, purple. They are complementary on the color wheel. Okay. So when you use complementary colors, they always look good together. So that's why I kept everything. I did green background against the purple. My bird is green, red, and yellow. My flowers are red and green. So I was like, purple is going to work. And it did. Is it absolutely 100% my very favorite color combination I've ever done? No. I thought about doing blue, but I was so afraid that if I did blue, it was going to turn muddy brown with the spun sugar that I just went with Villainous Potion, and it worked out great. Here, I'm trying to decide which stamp set to use. This By Your Side stamp set from Honeybee is really cute because it has all these bird sayings like birds of a feather, blah, blah, blah. But then this brand new stamp set that I just got, the Mini Minute Messages Birthday, is the one I ended up going with because I just really wanted like a simple sentiment, and I decided to go with a happy belated birthday because I feel like there's been several times in the recent months where I've needed a belated birthday card. So I'm going to use my anti-static powder tool from the Rabbit Hole Designs. It's a cottontail embossing powder tool, and I'm going to put that on top of this where I've ink blended. And then I'm going to stamp my sentiment with my mini Misti in Honeybee's white ink. I can't remember what it's called right now. So let's talk about this. You're going to see another Misti in this video. So one of the questions I ask on my blog post today is, do you really need 2 sizes of Misti? You know, that's a big question. Need. Do we really need any crafting supplies? We can like live and breathe without them. Although I will say, for my own personal sanity, I think that crafting has saved me more than one time. Here you're going to see that I'm stamping this 3 times because I'm trying to get a good image without pushing down and smushing it too much, because this ink pad is really, really smushy, wet, mushy, whatever you want to call it. But look how beautiful that turns out. And then we're just going to put some white embossing powder on it and heat set it. So I have the mini Misti and I have the original Misti. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the memory Misti, which is 12 by 12, because I think I'm going to start scrapbooking. We've been talking about this. So I don't think I could live without the Misti at this point in my craft room, honestly. Because like exactly what you just saw, I had to stamp that white sentiment 3 times for it to look really, really good. And that just is the case for me. I'm not an expert stamper, so having the alignment and everything works great. Now, you're going to say to yourself, well, why wouldn't you just use the mini Misti for the next thing you're going to do? You're going to see why. I'm going to show you. So for me, having an original size Misti and a mini Misti is super duper helpful. Is it required? Is it a necessity? No. So I use my precision glue press to glue the bird together, to glue everything down. If you have not seen the precision glue press before, or you're new to it, it is offered by My Sweet Petunia. You can use the links below the videos to see it and purchase it. It's $34.99. It comes with the gun plus a full bottle of glue. I almost said ink, of glue, and an empty bottle. So you can fill it with whatever glue you want. So here we're using that textiles and textures pattern paper from Honeybee Stamps. And I cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm using my precision glue press to add a bunch of glue it down. And then I've already added the other panel to the front of this. I really think matting this with a piece of green made the whole image pop, and I don't think it would have looked as good otherwise. So now I'm just gonna add dimensionals to the back of my hummingbird and pop my hummingbird up. I really, really, really love hummingbirds. In fact, I have a hummingbird feeder right outside my window. They remind me of my grandmother. My grandmother passed away from Alzheimer's, and towards the end of her life, after her memory was really going, she would call the hummingbirds that would come to the house the little ladies, and she loved watching them. She would say, "Oh, have you seen the little ladies?" And she was referring to the hummingbirds. And so hummingbirds just hold a special place in my heart, and I don't think I'm alone in that. I know that my friend Christy, her grandmother, hummingbirds was a big deal for her, and so I think there's a lot of people that a hummingbird represents something for them that is either a fond memory or just, I don't know, they're just a magical little creature. I think they're as close as we get to fairies on Earth, because they just seem like little fairies that dance around, and I really do love them. Not too long after my grandma died, I had a couple of very cool encounters with hummingbirds. One of them flew into my office, and it was about a year or 2 years after my grandma died. And I think it was about a year. And it flew in my office, and I actually got it to sit on my finger and let me carry it out of my office. It was one of the coolest things I've ever had happen to me in my life. Like, I was like, wow, I wish my grandma was around so I could show her this, because I did videotape it. I have it on video. It's actually on my Instagram. If I can find it, I will link it below this video so you can see it, because it's really cool. So here, these are the Let's Party gem stickers from Honeybee. And I'm just going to use some of the green ones to add the accent to this card. And I'm also going to go in with my white gel pen and put a little dot on the ends of the stamen of all of these flowers, because when I did my coloring, you kind of lost that. You couldn't really see it. I add a few other little highlights in other areas, but truth be told, I'm not very confident in adding highlights. So with the gel pen, so I tend to resist doing more because I don't want to like make it look really weird. So I add all my little dots, which I honestly feel like finished these flowers off and made them come to life. Without the little dots, they just kind of like look flat, and there's like this dark hole in the middle. but the little dots really helped bring everything together. And then we're going to add some highlights on some of the leaves and then the gemstones. So anyway, yeah, that's the scoop with the hummingbirds with my grandma. She just really, really loved them, and it's a very fond memory I have of her, even in the end of her life. And if you don't have this hummingbird layering die, you should totally get it. Like I said, I'm not affiliated with Honeybee Stamps at all, but they are one of my favorite stamp companies ever. I love their stuff. Someday, my heart's goal would be to work for them or with them or as a DT member or something. I think they're incredible. Like, their design team is awesome. And so yeah, they're just a really cool company. So then, and they're not very far from me, like their physical location, which is kind of cool. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and add all these little gemstones, and then, this card will be finished. I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer to the hummingbird with my shimmer pen. I think it's a Spectrum Noir one is the one I'm using. I went to order a Wink of Stella one from Stampin' Up! A while back, and they were out of stock, and it seemed like every single time I've gone to order one, they've been out of stock, so I ended up just grabbing some Spectrum Noir ones from another company, and they work okay, but I think I prefer the Wink of Stella. Or maybe I'm not doing something right. I don't know. Maybe I didn't shake the bottle enough or squeeze it enough or what, but it doesn't seem as glittery as the Wink of Stella. So maybe you can drop me a comment and let me know if that's been your experience, if you've used more than one. If you've used more than one like glitter pen. Oh, as I'm recording this video, a little hummingbird just landed right in front of me. Isn't that fun? And I can tell it's like a little female because it's not very decorative. It's just a little brown one. Anyway, sorry, distractions. So that is that, friends. I do want to mention, I want to say I'm really sorry that I've been kind of MIA lately. We had a little family emergency. And, well, it was kind of a big family emergency, if I'm being honest. It was pretty scary, but we're past it. Me, Macy, and Kevin are totally fine. It's an extended family member, and we just provided a little bit of support and help, and I'm not going to go into it or anything like that because it's a private situation, but it was rough. So we're very happy to be past that for now. I will be helping with this person's needs for this foreseeable future. So there could be other instances where I get a little behind, but I think we're okay now. I think we're out of the woods and we are in a good place. So here, I almost forgot, you guys. This is where I had to use my original Misti. So let me tell you why. The mini Misti, I originally tried folding this card in half and putting it in and then stamping on the back. But I realized very quickly, because I had popped that hummingbird up on dimensionals, I needed to lay this card flat. Well, when I tried to lay it flat in the mini Misti, it wouldn't work because, again, of where the hummingbird was landing. So, no pun intended. So I ended up having to use my original size Misti. So, do you need them both? I don't know. I'll let you be the judge. But if you do, and if you want to get another one, if you only have one size or the other, I'd love it if you use my links. There's a link below the video, supplies and measurements. If you go to that, it will take you to my blog that has the supply list. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.